Alright, so this is going to be a video about Apple's event, which is tomorrow on September 9th. And what's happening in there? Basically, Apple invited up to 7,000 people to the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium in San Francisco to release, or not release, but unveil their newest products, which I'll talk about them in a little bit. First of all, the place, the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, is where Apple unveiled the first Mac, or Steve Jobs did, but still. It's going to have that, definitely, it's going to have a lot of products, because this is a big building, so the fact that they're using a big building is showing that they have a lot to show, not like previous events was just one iPhone, or in some cases two iPhones. This they actually have a couple products to unveil, but number one, we all know this, the iPhone 6s and iPhone 6s Plus. Basically, they're going to have a stronger metal back. The metal part of it is actually going to be stronger. We've all seen the pictures and the video of it by Unbox Therapy. We saw his one last year as well, which I'm pretty sure everyone's seen. It was on the homepage of YouTube. And the iPhone 6s Plus and the 6s are going to have a 12 megapixel camera, which it stayed at 8 since the iPhone 4s, so that's definitely a big jump there. It's going to have, what's it called? I'm trying to think. Where you press down on the display. Force Touch, there. It's going to have Force Touch, which is on the Apple Watch. You can hold down on things. It's basically like Android's old menu button, which has been moved to the top on new versions of Android. Also, some more people are calling it like a right click for your iPhone. That's kind of what it is. You force touch on thing and we'll show you more details. That's what it's used for on the Apple Watch. It may be used for something different on the iPhone. On the Mac, it's used for other info, like if you force touch on Word, I believe it shows you the definition. I don't have a Mac, so I'm just going off of what I've seen from videos. And the idea of this picture is, you see the colors, the blue, green, the pink, they're all of them there. Those are actually Siri's new animation. When you hold down the home button to access it, it will show that. And above that is the top part of the Apple, which is rumored to be a pen, which it does look like it from this picture here. It looks like a pen, which the new iPad Pro, which I'll talk about now. The iPad Pro is a 12.9-inch iPad, which is going to have a stylus. It's basically Apple. They're trying to bring back the iPad, which I've already talked about why this probably won't, and especially considering they're not making an Air 3. They're making a Mini 4, by the way, which is it's kind of disappointing. It's going to be thin as the iPad Air 2 and have 1 gig of RAM or 2, I'm not sure about that, and an A8 processor, maybe the A8X. So basically an iPhone 6 for the iPad Air 2 size, or the iPad Air 2 thinness, with the same screen size as the previous iPad minis. Apple doesn't really change the screen size on their tablets, which is a good thing. It's a tablet, it's big enough. And on this iPad Pro, it's rumored to come with a stylus, which Apple, I'm not sure why they're coming with a stylus, but since the name's Pro, it's going to be for productivity. So if you press down with the pen, it's going to do force touch. As you can see, people have even said the top part of the Apple, like below the pen, looks like someone's pressing down into a display. There's a lot of people thinking of this. Apple does a lot of tricks like this in their events. I believe the iPhone 5C, there was like Touch ID rings, or the little circle on the home button. You know, the golden ring around it. That was in the Apple sign or something on the iPhone 5C event. And so Apple is used to it, and they do know about the rumors, so it's pretty true that this will happen. Also, another big thing is the new Apple TV. The Apple TV will probably be a big upgrade for the Apple TV. I don't even know if people still have Apple TVs, but the Apple TV, the new one, is going to have a improved specs, improved storage, a new controller which is rumored to be bigger, offer a gyroscope so you can play games with it, which the other part is a App Store. It's going to have the App Store. I'm not sure if it's going to be only Apple TV optimized apps or it will be all iOS apps and games. I'm hoping that's all and there's like a way to navigate around it without using an iPad for AirPlay or something. But you never know. I'm not sure. And one thing that I don't really understand about it is the iPad is a 4:3 screen, whereas the your TV is most likely 16:10 or 16:9. So I'm not sure how the apps are going to work on there properly, but Apple will probably find a way. Maybe do what Android does, just scale it up. That could be probably what they do. I'm not sure. And Apple's events is going to be big. Their keynotes are big no matter what. Um, when they make a product, everyone talks about it. Hell, your fucking grandma probably knows about the Apple event tomorrow. Maybe not. That's a little too far. Wait, probably, yeah. She would, because on the front page of even, like, political news stories and just world news, it's going to be on, if you go on something like Google News, it's probably not going to just be on the tech section. It'll be on the entertainment section, because Apple unveiling products is a big thing, especially the new iPhone, which one problem I may have with the event is it too boring? Like, do we know everything? This is a lot of stuff, but we all know it, so it's not that much of a surprise. Like the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus, we all knew they were coming, but there were still surprises in it, like the name of the 6 Plus. But this is basically everything's confirmed. Yeah, the iPad Pro is probably going to be a surprise, and that could all be fake. Same with the Mini 4. I hope the Mini 4 has actually good specs, or an A9 at least, and 2 gigs of RAM. But the A9 processor is going to be on the 6 and the 6S and the 6S Plus, not the 6. The 6 has the A8, which is currently being used. And the Air 3, I hope next month Apple, when they have their Mac event, and it's rumored to make a 21-inch 4K iMac, they show us the Air 3 if it doesn't get shown today. I hope it does get shown because I like the iPad Air a lot, and the Mini's nice, and I'm pretty sure the 12.9-inch one may be too big. I've used 12-inch Samsung tablets and they were way too big, but you never know. Different aspect ratio, and maybe Apple may make use of the screen a lot better to make it feel smaller, so you never know. So you never really know what Apple could do in this event. We basically know most of the shit that's going to go on.